Hello, beautiful people. My name is Noah Lakshmi, and I'm here to elevate humanity for a better world. Yes, you know it. We are doing it together, one by one. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for being dedicated to your own well-being, to your own health, to your own evolution, and therefore creating a new humanity, a new reality, a new world that is so much better than what we have now. Not that it's not great already, but there's always room for improvements. So thank you so much. And before I dive into this week's update, if you are curious and or interested to know more about me and my work in the world, please check out my website, noalakshmi.com. I offer personal astrology readings, soul signature readings, taking you on the journey of your soul and everything that is going on for you. Also, I offer transformational work with people, going really deep into who you are and assisting you in the awakening process, assisting you in developing a very loving and intimate relationship with yourself and upgrading your life completely, your health, your well-being, your emotional state, your mental state, and your spiritual connection with yourself and with the world. So if you are interested and curious, please check out my website, noalakshmi.com, and I would love to talk to you and see how can I be of service. All right, so after all the announcements, I am going to dive into what's happening this week. And today is the 24th of November. It's Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. So happy Thanksgiving, first of all, here in the United States. And it's a big day. There's a couple of things that I'm really going to focus on today. You know, the thing with astrology, sometimes there's so much going on, and most of the time there's so much going on. It can be a challenge to really just zoom into one specific thing or just a couple things to talk about. And I'll do my best. Today is definitely a big day when it comes to the astrology. We are looking at two major players in the cosmos, the planet Pluto and the planet Jupiter, that are coming to an exact square. Now, we've been feeling it in the last few days, this past week, and I talked about it last week, the last degrees of Scorpio. So all of that intensity and the buildup for this square that is taking place today, the exact square of Pluto and Jupiter. I'm going to talk about what it means in just a moment. But this is the first square that we're going to experience in the series of 3 squares. So this is the first one, and we're going to experience the other 2 coming next year, 2017. So we're looking at those 2 big giants. Now it's really interesting because Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. Pluto is the smallest planet in our solar system, and actually some astronomers or in astronomy, they don't even see Pluto as a planet anymore. It's a dwarf planet or whatever, you know. But to me, the energetic of Pluto, the energy of that planet, to me, it's like the size doesn't matter, right? It's not about quantity, it's about quality. The size doesn't matter. It's really what the object is all about. When we look at Pluto, we look at death. It's the furthest, it's the planet that is furthest away from the sun. So it's dark. It's and it represents that, the darkness and death, transformation. And the thing with death is that it's not a final thing. That's one of the powers of Pluto and the beauty of the planet Pluto and the energy that it offers us, and the energy that lives within each and every one of us, is the rebirth that happens after a death. That nothing is final, nothing is finite. Even though we can experience death, if it's internally or externally, there's always something that comes right after. And it does take a lot of courage, and that's anytime we deal with Pluto or Plutonian energy, which is associated with Scorpio, can feel quite intense and it's scary. There's like an intimacy that we get to develop with ourselves, and the cycles of death and rebirth within ourselves Same thing happens though outside of us, externally in the world, and sometimes something needs to completely be destroyed and be over for the new thing to emerge. So we're looking at that planet Pluto. So even though it's a small little planet, there's a lot to it, right? Like I just said, like I just described. And then we look at Jupiter, which is the biggest planet in our solar system. And Jupiter is about expansion, and it's about growth. It's about new horizon. It's about exploration. It's the planet that is associated with the sign of Sagittarius, which the sun went into the sign of Sagittarius just a few days ago, 3 days ago. And we're going to have the new moon in Sagittarius, which I'm going to talk about. That's the second thing I want to focus on. But the fact that the planet that is associated with the new moon and the sign of the new moon, and the sun is going to be in the cycle of Sagittarius for the next 3 weeks. And that's the opening. That's the new horizons. That's the optimism. That's the growth. That's the expansion that comes from contraction, right? We keep going through those cycles of contraction, expansion, death, rebirth. Those two are very similar. So the thing with the square, we're looking at a pretty tight and challenging aspect between the biggest planet in our solar system, the smallest planet in the solar system. Nevertheless, both of them energetically offer us so much. But there's tension. And the tension is, it can feel very uncertain right now. That, the expansion and growth that comes from Jupiter can feel very threatening, maybe unknown. And the death, the rebirth, the transformation that is being offered to us through Pluto and its energy can feel very similar to that, kind of scary, unknown. It's dark. It's walking in the dark. The way I see it, and the challenging aspect between the two, which can feel tense within your own life, within your own internal experience, but also in the world. If you notice what's happening right now in the world, and especially in the United States, there's something must die, Pluto, in order for expansion and growth to take place. Jupiter. So within that process, there's a lot of chaos. And we're still coming out of the conjunction of Neptune with the south node of the moon, which isn't so much about releasing, but releasing that can come through chaos. Like that's just, the nature of things. From chaos, we can create new. So death that needs to happen, something has to be completely destroyed for the expansion and growth to happen. It just can't be like this, I'm just going to clean a little bit on the surface and that's enough. That doesn't fly with Pluto. And with the tension between Pluto and Jupiter, the square, it's we are being asked and forced. That's the thing with the square. It feels like almost a forcing energy if we just don't go with it, don't go with the flow, so to speak, and we resist it. It's going to get harder. So don't be afraid to let go, to let things die in order for growth and expansion to happen. Now, especially, and this is just a theme, especially with the fact that Jupiter went into the sign of Libra, relationships, connections. To add into that, looking at the chart here, this square of Pluto and Jupiter is happening while Venus, the planet Venus, is in conjunction with Pluto. Venus is love. Venus is relationships, connections, projects, money, the things that we really feel attracted to, that we want to invest our energy in. It's our values, big one. It's our values. And with Sagittarius in the picture, it's our beliefs. What do we believe in? And also, what is my value system according to my own truth and not somebody else's truth. So going back to the fact of, going back to what I talked about just a little bit ago, the death that needs to happen for expansion and growth to take place is the invitation to look at the relationships in your life. And it's been an ongoing theme, so much so throughout this year, and especially in the last, I would say, 6 months, of a lot of breakups, just people looking at their relationships and deciding to go separate ways. And at the same time, a lot of relationships that are coming together. But those two are aligned with one another. When we let go, right, of certain relationships, if it's partnerships, romantic, friendships, business partnerships, anything to do with the other, with the connections that you have in the outer world, we let go, we let things die in order for the new to happen, right? So I want to encourage you to not be afraid to take that leap, to really say, to really acknowledge to yourself, this is working, this is not working, especially when it comes to your relationships. Where and how are you investing your energy? What are you investing your energy in when it comes to projects, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to the connections in your life? This is a major cycle with Venus conjuncting Pluto. We're not going to see it for another year. So we're always looking at the cycles and the planets moving in cycles. And those planets are personal planets. Venus, for example, coming to meet Pluto. This is not going to happen until next year. So it's the cycle of death that is happening within our relationships, the death that is happening within the relationship with ourselves. And again, our values and value systems and what do we value, and all of that is up for such transformation and complete death. And for what? Again, for that expansion and growth to happen. And with Jupiter, it's new horizons. There's just a lot of newness. A lot of newness that is available to us, but we've got to come out of the comfort zone. We've got to really be able to let go completely. It's death. Again, it's the letting go that it has to be final in a sense of, nothing is final, right? We never know what's going to happen, but within the moment to really say, okay, I'm done with this, whatever this is for you. And then on the flip side of that also, the growth and the exploration that is being asked of you, is being asked of us, in order for transformation to really take place and to be born anew. If we just hold on to the same belief systems, to the same routine, to the same way of being and living, then we don't really make room for real deep transformation to happen and for this new emergence to take place. So if you are interested in that in your life, and you can feel, you can sense this new you that is being birthed or wants to be birthed, then I want to encourage you to not be afraid to explore, to not be afraid to expand your horizons, to expand your beliefs of what is possible. The thing with Jupiter is that it's this infinite possibilities. And the fact that the planet Saturn is in the sign of Sagittarius, there's a lot of that Sagittarius now in our field, and the new moon happening in Sagittarius on Monday the 28th. And by the way, happy birthday all of you Sags. There's this fire energy, and fire always brings up passion, and the passion when it comes to the new direction in your life, the horizons, the new horizons. Don't be afraid to explore. This is definitely the time to do things differently and to do new things, especially with the fact that Mars is still in the planet of Aquarius. Do things in a different way, and don't be afraid to explore something new. Explore something new within yourself. Explore something new within your relationships. Explore something new in your life. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's a new hobby. Maybe it's something you've just been wanting to do and explore for a very long time. It's not completely new, but now you're actually going to do it. And you're actually going to give yourself that gift of the newness and experience the depth of something in your life. Maybe it's really just a belief system. Maybe it's a pattern. Maybe it's just a way of doing things that you are completely discarding. You are burning to ashes and letting that new to come out of you, letting that new to emerge. And this is really so much of what this new moon is all about. And just a reminder, the last few days before the new moon, like I said, the new moon is on the 28th. So today's the 24th of November. We still have a few days, and the moon is going to go into Scorpio tomorrow, Friday. And we're going to be in this, Saturday. And we're going to be in this zone of a dark moon right before the new moon happens. And especially in Scorpio, again, we're really closing the cycle of Scorpio, the finale right before the new moon of Sagittarius. So the last few days here of things might feel dark, things might feel intense, things might feel like they're just turning and churning everything inside of you. And if there's not full clarity of what is the next step, I always like to encourage people to just don't push yourself. If you are sitting in a little bit of confusion and uncertainty, don't push yourself to make a decision, to take the step. New moon happens, there's an opening, there's a new cycle, and especially in the sign of Sagittarius. It's the, Sagittarius is it's the archer. It's the bow pulling and ready to launch a new arrow into the future. So just be patient. Wait till this new cycle comes into place, into full effect. We're fully coming out of the Scorpio energy. And if there is a decision, if there is a step that you are looking to take in your life towards that new direction, towards that new horizon, things are definitely going to open up after this weekend, coming out of the holidays as well, and into December, closing this year, but also with a new sense of clarity, with a new sense of direction. And I want to encourage you to have faith. That's what Sagittarius is all about. Have faith, have faith, have faith. I cannot say it enough. Faith in yourself, believe in yourself. That's maybe the new belief system of what are you capable of doing, what are you able to do. Open yourself up. Open yourself up to this completely new you, and have faith in yourself and in life and in God, in the universe, in spirit, that you are supported, that the infinite possibilities that are always accessible to us can actually be being rooted in reality. Just have that faith and have the courage to move towards that, and don't just stay locked in your own comfort zone. Yes, that is my message to you this week, and thank you so much for joining me and listening and watching this video. If you like this video and other videos, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave a comment, thumbs up, anything helps, and it's such an amazing way of supporting me, and I truly appreciate that. And again, if you are curious, interested, intrigued in the other work that I offer, please go to my website, noalakshmi.com. I offer group programs and one-on-one work, deep transformational work, deep spiritual work to take you to the next level, to help you upgrade every single area, every single aspect of who you are, every single aspect of your life. And together we are creating a better reality and a much more elevated humanity. And that's what I'm all about. And I'm here to serve. Contact me if you want to join the party. Yes. Stay awesome. Stay beautiful. Have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy the new moon. Send your prayers out to the universe. And I'm sending you so much love and a deep gratitude, appreciation on this day of giving thanks. And may each and every day be a day of gratitude, appreciation, love, and expansion, stepping fully into who you are and elevating humanity for a better world. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Sat Nam.